Hello everybody. In the early 60s, NASA was sending electronic gear into outer space on unmanned missions. They'd already sent a guy into space, but they wanted to make sure that if they were going to send people up for longer flights, that they had a chance of surviving. They were sending this electronic gear to test a variety of things like radiation exposure and so on. The equipment kept failing, but they couldn't figure out why. Finally, someone determined that the circuits were overheating, so they installed a fan to cool off the devices. But the problem persisted. Why? Why did the equipment continue to overheat? A fan would blow air over the equipment, and that's how fans work. Well, on those early unmanned flights, they didn't pressurize the cabins. And there's no air in outer space, and if there's no air to blow around, a fan doesn't do squat. So the fans just turned, but they didn't move any air. We just got through watching the governor's update on the pause, and that's going to start this Friday, December 18th at 11, the pause ends at 11:59. The new order starts on 12 o'clock on December 19th. And there are some changes, but in terms of Ridgepoint and how it's going to affect our policy, I don't think I don't see things changing much here. The governor was very, very proud, as we are, of the fact that the post-Thanksgiving drop-off that we've witnessed here in Minnesota is a direct result of the pause. And when Ridgepoint attacked Thanksgiving like we did and didn't have an exorbitant amount of visitors, didn't go anywhere, I felt that's exactly how we have to do things. And we haven't had a whole lot of problems. We had a letter go out this week that I'm going to talk about, and that's going to be somewhat incorporated into how we're doing things. But for the most part, the governor said we're still in high-risk territory. The number of infections and the capacity of our hospitals and intensive care units is close to full, so we haven't got a lot of wiggle room to have a lot of infections and all that stuff, so we need to stay vigilant. One thing that keeps coming up in all of our talks, either with my staff or watching the governor or whatever, is wear your mask. Wear it properly. We're going to show Irene's how to wear the mask video over and over here for a while, so that we get that ingrained in people. It's so important that we wear masks to protect others and to protect ourselves. Wash your hands. Do all the things they say. They work. Okay, the governor is saying that for meeting with family members, it's indoors. It's one other household. So in our case, it's you in your apartment, or you and your spouse, whatever, in your apartment, and one other family from one other household. And the state mandate or suggestion is 10. Well, obviously we can't have 10 here. We're sticking with 2. And the reason we're sticking with 2 is that's how many can get on the elevator. As we were speaking, we discussed a little bit about the governor's requests and how they fit in with Ridgepoint. It was brought to our attention that now until January 4th. January 4th is when the schools are going to start up. January 11th is when the bars are going to start up. Our gyms are going to start up, and they're going to try open things up. That's going to obviously raise the infection rate. Right now, as effect of the pause and the way Minnesotans took care of themselves since November 18th, don't quote me on that date. When was the pause? Do we know?
Okay.
November 18th. If you're going to visit family now might be the time to do it before January 4th. It's been all distance learning. If right now is about the cleanest our people are going to be in terms of COVID, simply because the pause has been on. People haven't been out to restaurants, they haven't been to gyms, school's been closed, activities have been closed. Get your fix, so to speak, in before January 4th. We're going to allow, like I said, visitors, 2 people coming to see you. Certainly have them come. In a perfect world, you would go there. You would go to someone's house. Hopefully, most of you have relations in town, sons, daughters, whatever, sisters, brothers, what have you. Go there. Keep your visits short. The things that cause the infections to get passed on are not wearing masks, long visits. When you get together with folks, if you have a glass of wine or something, you get in a good mood, you realize how much you miss people, you start hugging, you start laughing, all that stuff. You don't want to leave, you want it to continue, and that's where the trouble starts. So when you're going to get together with people, plan out your visit beforehand and tell yourselves, okay, it's going to last 20 minutes. I say 20 minutes because that's the social distancing time frame. If you're in a large room or you're more than 6 feet apart, I'm not here to tell you, 20 minutes and that's it. Nope. You're adults. You can work on that stuff. I know that it's important that the room be ventilated. And we talk too. Okay, so you're going to have somebody come to your apartment. It's nice, it's helpful to have the window open. If it's hard for you to open the window, either call the front desk, we'll get someone up to open that window, or maybe have your guest open the window. While they're there, your air is circulating in the apartment, and that's safer. Before they leave, have them close the window. Keep your bathroom doors open, your bathroom doors. The reason you want to keep that bathroom door open is that fan in the ceiling will draw air out of your apartment. It'll draw air from the hallway through the apartment and up the fan. That increases circulation. The radiant heat in your apartment. Not only will that dry the air and any droplets or anything, they're going to dissipate or dry up quickly, but that increases airflow through the apartment. So your apartments are geared to be safe, but they'll help your chances. And the more things that we can do to help our chances, either from getting ourselves sick or getting our friends, neighbors, loved ones sick, the more things we can do to help that along, then we should embrace all that stuff and do it as much as we can. So I want to go back and say, try get visits in now. We know that you need help. I thought if you watch the governor, he did such a good job of showing the human side of what we're all missing and what we all want and desire. We love our families, our friends, and we want to be with them, and it's so counterintuitive, and we're to not be with them, and the holidays were conditioned to do all that stuff. Now is not the time. We've gone this far. The vaccine is on the horizon. Well, it's not even on the horizon, it's here. It's a matter of when we can get it. And we just keep fighting for a little bit longer, and hopefully we'll get through all this. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I want to talk a little bit about the vaccinations. I want you all, if you're interested in getting a vaccination, by all means, call your doctor, do some legwork, figure out how you can get your name on the list. One thing that I've learned through all this is that those of you that have health care, home health care, a lot of times someone will break an ankle or have a knee replaced or something like that. They'll need physical therapy. They'll have people come to their apartment and see them for a certain amount of time after their release or what have you. There are people that chronically need help with medications or something like that. That's all fine and good. But what happens is when those people come into your apartment, and there again, I hate to keep repeating what the governor said, but the governor said exactly this. He goes, it's when the healthcare worker goes into the gas station, someone doesn't have a mask on, the healthcare worker gets the virus, they go back, go to their work, go to someone's house, i.e. 12600, 12800 Marion Lane West, they go into an apartment, they're infected, despite wearing masks, they're in a confined space. Oftentimes, the resident doesn't have a mask on. Something to think about. Wear those masks in the apartment at all times. Even when your visitors are there, wear your masks. That was a point of emphasis with this talk today from the governor, and that is indoors with family, wear masks and limit the amount of time you're there. Okay? So back to this healthcare worker comes in and infects the resident. That is in fact what happened this last time. You got the letter under your door Tuesday, and it hurts sending out those letters. It's amazing how I wouldn't call it routine, but it's not a big surprise. It's not a panic, and that worries me a little bit. I want us to be panicked. I don't want us to lose our enthusiasm to fight this crappy thing. And I don't want you folks to lose that either. And you've sacrificed a lot, and we're all asking you to sacrifice more. We've all sacrificed. We've all sacrificed, and it's important that we continue to do that so that we can, like I say, beat it. I am looking for a fantastic summer. And once that summer starts, and once that time comes where we can be a social model again, we're not going to be just a social model. We are going to be a social animal. And we are going to be a social monster. We are going to have some fun. We are going to do whatever it takes to make up for all this lost time. I'm looking forward to this summer. Let's get through winter, and let's have spring be our runway, and so that we take off, and in the summer we're flying high. That's really all I have. I did want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the generous holiday gift from the Staff Appreciation Party. We're trying to get thank yous from all the staff shown on 991 here. Excuse me, I just have a tickle in my throat. It sucked that we didn't get together, that Paula's letter was cute. She's wonderful with the word, but the things we didn't see, Marian Anderson, I've been waiting for the opportunity. I need some pretzels with the Rollo candy melted on it. You know where my office is. Please, please make me some. If any of you know what I'm talking about, make me some. That was always a highlight. I just think that we missed out on a lot without having that staff appreciation party. It hurts, but we'll never know what we did. If all goes well, we'll never know whose life we saved or who we kept from getting sick. The fact is, we did what we were supposed to do. We were safe, we were diligent, and hopefully everyone gets out of this safe. But thank you for the generous gift. It never ceases to amaze me how well you folks take care of us. It is a two-way street around here, folks. We love working here. And I hope you, well, obviously you appreciate it, and that makes it all the better. So From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I love you all, and stay safe.